teaching. I tell everybody about our church, hey, come on Sunday morning. We don't preach, we teach. You know what I'm saying? And because we want to elevate our consciousness, expand our awareness and things like that. And the thing of it is we know everything, don't we? In our heart. And that's where the divine dip came in. It's like surrounded our heart, Christ in our heart, love in our heart, because love is that transmuting energy, transforming energy that is available to us every moment of the day. We have access to that, and it's just beautiful to get to that point. We've been on a pretty long journey as man on the planet to kind of get there. And so the series we've been going through, Jesus' relationship with mankind at that time, and Cindy did a service on non-resistance, healing, and communication. And these are all aspects of Jesus' teaching, you know. Teach us how to be non-resistant, to flow, go with the flow. Healing, allowing God's love to flow through us for personal to someone else, to be a catalyst for transformation of another. Healing on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And communication, begin to understand. Communication, a lot of people don't understand communication, but it is a two-way street. We're supposed to listen as well as communicate with people. And that's what we're learning to listen to more life, listen to what life has to tell us, listen to what our friends and neighbors or our brother man has to tell us, and to not be resistant to it, to listen. You don't have to go all in, but at least listen to them. They're sharing an aspect of their truth, which is an aspect of God's truth. So it's really neat. So today I'm going to talk about teaching in a manner. We're going to see how God can work this out. How's that? So I came that you may have life abundant. That's a pretty good lesson, isn't it? I came that you may have life abundant. Everybody says, well, I'm alive, I've got life. But are we really living an abundant life? You know, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We can throw financial out the window. Am I living an abundant life? And then all of us have to answer that question. What's abundant for me? What's an abundant life? What would I like to experience in life that would fulfill me? And everyone's unique and everyone's different. And that's where that communication comes in, and to listen what someone else's unique understanding of abundance is. Oh, wow, I never thought of it like that. Do you see? Because we're listening to our little inner voice going on of what we think we need. And as we begin to go within and allow love, that Christ to fill our heart, Christ is love, love is Christ, love is God, that basic understanding. Once we can get grounded in that, then we can begin to journey. The journey of life is to know oneself. The path begins in the heart. To know that we have a heart. And to go there, give our heart a chance to guide us. That's where we're at right now on planet Earth. So, why did Jesus come? Why does he have to teach us all this stuff? I think that Jesus came to remind us who we are, and then to reveal what that would look like on planet Earth. To just be. Be your unique essence, your unique expression, your unique love, your unique light. He came to remind us that's who we are. And then he showed us, through this vehicle, how that could look like. And then it's up to us to take our little energy, our love, and then we mold the ethers with love, you see. So our manifestation is how we're revealing who we are to the world. Isn't that cool? And the world is our mirror, and it reflects back to us, and we get to, if we take time to listen to the world and what our feedback is, it gives us an opportunity to maybe alter a little bit or shift, you see. Nothing's cast in stone. So, life abundant, life abundant on the inner and life abundant on the outer are two different things. But when we allow love to be the foundation, as the inner and the outer, they're going to come into harmony. And that gives us the fulfillment that we seek. That gives us a peace. And that love transmutes stress. How's that? It's really very neat. God has set up this wonderful plan for us all, and our answers are all within. It's really neat. So Jesus was a reminder and a revealer, reminding us who we are and then revealing what it could look like. And now we have those two foundation stones. We got a left brain, a right brain, a left foot and a right foot, and now we can begin to walk in life with an understanding that we are God's child. And that's the big thing, I think, that what did Jesus really give us? He gave us the opportunity to understand our identity. Because over and over he said, God's your Father. Call no man on earth your Father. You have one Father, Father in heaven. Now, you can either believe that or not. But if you go to that perspective, it opens a whole new door for you. It opens a door to eternity, infinity, to man, finite beingness, finite expression. So giving us our identity, what a powerful gift that was. And so he didn't just give it, hey, y'all, you're the sons and daughters of God. Okay, what's that look like, you say? We've been told Abraham's our father, you see? We've got all these ideas and concepts and laws that tell us how we have to act to possibly get some kind of grace in our life. So, y'all sons and daughters of God. And I say, what would that look like? And so that's why it's not just a word, Hey, y'all are sons and daughters of God. End of discussion. Here we go. Let's go have a good day. Well, what would that look like? And that's what the walk of Jesus was all about. That's that revealing. This is what it could look like. And then the thing it is like to begin to understand, we don't have to do what Jesus did. And that got a lot of people hooked on that. We just have to be our unique expression of love. Jesus was the love of God made manifest. We are the love of God made manifest. You see? And if we got layers of stuff of unworthiness and guilt and shame and all this crap covering up our heart, our light, it would behoove us to begin to go within and begin to start asking, what's blocking my ability to love, to accept, to create, to manifest? Because all this is within our heart. Because we are the seed of God. That light seed's within us all. And our job is to just nurture that seed. Recognize it, and then nurture it, and it'll start growing. This is the kicker. We don't have to do anything. The seed has everything within it. It is that omnipresence, omnipotence, and omniscience. And once we get on that path of knowing who we are, that's all we got to know. We're on this path. The Spirit will take over. It's not like we're on automatic pilot. We're on automatic pilot now through media and technology and all this stuff. No, we want to come into alignment with God's Spirit, get on that wavelength. Our direct spirit line walk. That's the gift of revelation. And so Jesus revealed that, okay? And say, Jesus taught by example and by word. He would talk to people and try to give encouragement or some kind of opportunity to transform. But then he was an example. And we teach in our aquarium class that example is another name for priest. How's that? Example is another name for priest. In the Aquarian it says, in the age to come, Aquarian age now, every man, every woman will be their own priest. Your own intermediary to God. You can go within. You can go within and talk to God. You can go within and listen to God. You can receive guidance, love, healing, whatever, but to go within. See, we've been on that outer journey seeking fulfillment, answers, and all that. But those are on the foundation of man's mind. So we go within, we want to get a divine mind. So this is Jesus just showing us everything he did, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You know what he did? It's not I. It's the Father within who doeth the works. It's the Father within who speaks the words. That Father within is within us all. See, that got him in trouble. God's my Father. You see? And it possibly could get us in trouble on earth in some places. But here, it is accepted and celebrated that you are the daughter of God, the son of God. And you can go within and get the guidance that's perfect for you. And your perfect guidance is within you. No one has anyone else's answers but you. We have our own answers, but we have to go within to get them. That's what Jesus, his teachings, is go within. It's the Father within. The Father within, the Father within. And that's where a couple thousand years later, we're kind of gravitating and resonating with that. Because we all get guidance all the time. And it's getting clearer and clearer with each year. And then even in this age of Aquarius, age of communication, it's not like communication with one another, but it's communication with all of life. Communication to the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, you see? We can communicate with these levels when we're tapped into God, which is spirit, which is love. Because that's what everything is, and that's what coming into harmony is all about. The fall of man is falling out of that oneness with God, and through that fall, we created disharmony and disorder. We can't blame anyone. So now we're in that process of turning back. I'm going to turn back to God. I'm going to turn back to Spirit. And that's where that service comes in. You know, we begin to right a wrong. We become aware of a misqualified energy that we have participated in or created on the planet. Well, what we have created, we can recreate. That's the teachings of Jesus. See? What we have created, we can recreate. Can you forgive yourself? You see? There it is. So many of us can't forgive ourselves. And so we create suffering, pain, and all this crazy stuff. So, but to teachings of Jesus, the teaching of Jesus. God's our loving Father. God doesn't judge. God does not judge us. Because God knows who we are. God knows who we are. And so what he said, so God's your Father, your Spirit. This is what it could look like, you know. And then he walked through life, and his relation with all of life, he saw the love in each person. He didn't see the outer, he saw the inner. And that's what the parables are all about. He's dealing with fishermen and tuning them into of what life is. He's dealing with the sheep herders and the nomads and the courtesans, the publicans and everything. He's telling all these stories. He made God relatable. He made God relatable to all people. And everybody heard at their own level of consciousness through the story. Pretty good plan. So then Jesus says, follow me. What that means, live in love, is it. You don't have to walk on water. You don't have to raise the dead. You don't have to heal anybody. See? Walk in love. Because love does it all. Give love a chance to move through your life, to move through the world, and see what happens. It's time. The time is now for love to reign supreme in our heart. So we clear this temple out, because we're a temple. Get that vibe, then clear it from your heart. Your vibration is love. You've taken God's love out into the world, and you don't have to say anything. Because the energy transmutes. Frequency shifts matter. That's what Cindy shared with us last week. It was very cool. You see? And we understand this now with our science and technology. We have this very fine instrumentation that can measure frequencies and energies. That's not solid. It's moving real slow. But you could hook an instrument up and they show the atoms moving it. You see? That's the illusion we believe in. See, we believe in matter. We believe in matter so much that we made matter real. We made us, our humanness, real. And it's not. This isn't man. Man is spirit. Man is spirit. God is spirit. And man is made in the image and likeness of God. Man's spirit. But from the time we were a baby, we were taught. And then we learned and practiced. We practiced how to be human. So we could be a good human. It's not who we are. And then one day we wake up and say, wait a second, I'm more than this. Jesus said I'm spirit. God's my father. Oh, well, what would that look like? So now we reveal ourselves to ourselves through walking as love. We don't have to take a class. Sorry. Love in the heart, walk. And as you, when we have that communication with God, well, what's mine to do here? We'll get exactly what, I'll get exactly what I need to do, David get what he needs to do, Noel, everyone. We'll get our own answer. See? We're a big symphony and we're playing our own melodies. And we're weaving this tapestry of love and light together to create heaven on earth. How many believe that? I do. Come on. You may say that I'm a dreamer.
Not the only one.
Hey. One of my favorite songs. Okay, so when Jesus says, follow me, so live is love. That's it. That's a simple teaching. What does love look like? We all can have our own definition of what love is, but we have to go with love is energy, love is God. Do you see? Love is God. So how am I using the energy of God in my life? You see? We're the sons and daughters of God. We're heir to the kingdom. It's not just a responsibility. It's a blessing. You see? So now we can begin to create good dharma instead of erasing all this karma. Okay. So Jesus gave us a new identity. He gave us some basic, some of the words and the basic understanding that he gave us, like God is all and all is God. Okay? And we are the children of God. Now we got a new identity. So now we can walk with that. You know, in Aquarian, I'm teaching, you know, like back in those days, the garments that they wore were their identity for the most part. You know, they had different families, had different weaves and colors and stuff like that. And then you wore a different suit, and that made, it was your identity. See, I've got this is a preaching suit. How do you like that? I need to take this off, don't I? Man, oh man, because we don't preach here, we teach. How's that? There we go. So I'm going to use the same voice. I'm not going to change that. So he taught that God and man are one. You see, and how often that was the nail in his cross. Claim to be son of God. So if God is our Father, and we're the sons and daughters of God, and that's where he also said to be in the world, not of the world. Now that seems like a really good bumper sticker, but that's the truth. We aren't from this planet. See, that's far out, isn't it? Gosh, we're not from this planet. And we've read about ancient aliens and all this other good stuff. We're spirit. This is 3D land. This is 3D land on Earth, and this is the land of form, matter. So spirit, I'm going to invite you all to come to Metaphysics at Christmas in December. So spirit descends to here, to experience how we could create in matter. See? In White Eagle, this is what White Eagle said, man has to know one thing and one thing only. Man is spirit, and spirit creates matter. It's my favorite White Eagle blip. Man is spirit, and spirit creates matter. So we dove in, and we got stuck in our creations. We lowered our vibration. We aligned with matter and forgot we were spirit, you see? And now we're on our way back, and so we got to cut these cords and these memories and stuff that anchor us in 3D land. And there's one way to free ourselves. Jesus said, "No man cometh unto the Father but through me." Love. See? Christ is love. No man cometh unto God, which means come into harmony with God, but through love. So we can't take our little ego needs in our real personality, because it's not the garment that is worn in the higher realms. So we put on our garment of light. We allow the inner light to begin to grow and glow and radiate. So now we become one with the Father in essence, and one with all life. I'm getting out of preaching here. I got to get So when we believe, okay, Jesus teaches us, even religion, say, God's your Father. God is your Father. We have to start working with this belief. See? That's where that belief comes in. If we start aligning our belief with that, and then our belief will take us into really having faith in that we know this truth. The truth that we are a child of God, faith that we can begin to act like one and walk like that. These are steps. And then the third step, this is a three-step ladder that Jesus taught when he was a kid. Faith, belief, faith, and then fruition to be that in action, to be in our world. And what it is we've been programmed that we're not good enough and we'll never be good enough, whatever we're doing on this planet here. And it's like this hypnotic spell. Puts people to sleep. This is Jesus said, wake up, I'm here. And I got some good news for you. This is who you really are. And then to begin to walk at that. And how simple it was. He didn't have, it's all we have to do is understand that we are God's son, daughter. We have the seed of light within us. Recognize that, believe that, start walking. That's the faith. Pretty soon transformation occurs. Love transforms. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe, not just down here, in the universe. And there's so many stories going on about who we are and all this other stuff. We are the son, the daughter of God. Man was created by God. Do you see? When I was going over this, I was reading all this stuff. And I came on one sentence that was really cool, that in the kingdom of the souls, there is no knowledge of carnal evolution. And carnal evolution would be tied back to our progression through animals and low-level humans and stuff like that, a carnal thing. But see, God created the protoplast, God created the mineral kingdom, God created the plant kingdom, God created the animal kingdom, the man, kingdom man, and the angelic kingdom. So God created those kingdoms. They're all separate, okay? We weren't created to be a stone and grow into man. We were created as man. Through the fall, our separation from God, everything fell. Instead of looking to God as source, instead of feeding on God and love, we start feeding on each other. See? Plants eat the earth. Animals eat the plants. We eat the animals and plants. See? So now, that's not who we are. We were created. See? Light. When God said, let there be light, we were born light. And through our fall, our separation from God, we created this. So that's why Jesus didn't come to tell us who we are. He came to remind us, because we got to go within and we have to do the work. See, our work, just living love, that Jesus says, just live love, that's our homework in this school. This is our home room, how that. So your homework, go out and be kind and loving this week. That sounds like silly, Patrick, but sometimes you're driving and somebody's going too slow. And we all do it. I'd be like, I did it this morning. But then you take a breath. Wait a second. That's what Divine Dip, wasn't it? Take a breath and feel lighter. And that's what that's a simple prayer. Breathe. Exhale and let it go. And it really works. And so when we talk that we are the children of God and God always loves us, and a definition of the truth changes not. As you say, truth changes not. God is absolute. Absolute truth changes not. Relative truth always changing. Okay? We have absolute truth within us, which is that light I am. Okay? And we've covered over with a whole bunch of relativity. How's that? So we are the relative truth, going through the incarnations and transforming. You see, always changing. But that spot of God's always there. See? We're always loved. You are enough. See? That's what we got to take that and believe that, walk in that faith, and we will become. That's transformation. And so that was the walk of Jesus. Always connected with God first, his Father. And he wasn't afraid when he did anything. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that Jesus did not say, I hope this works. Because he knew he wasn't doing that. Father, see? Father. It's like, and he didn't do it for him. He was doing it for us and for the people around. He was demonstrating what Spirit could look like. And it's just really neat. So, the universal God is one. All things are God. All things are one. God is Spirit. Man is made in the image and likeness of spirits. Quick follow-up. Quick finish up here. Okay. Jesus came to shift man from probability to possibility. This is very cool. This is where we're at right now. This is quantum. Okay? Probability waves, possibility waves. So he's telling them, because they're going, well, it's always been this way. You see, probable. 1 + 1 = 2. Probable. And Jesus is trying to lift them up to possibility. Hey, jump up here, ride this wave for a while, you see, and you ain't seen nothing yet. And by the way, when you ride this wave of possibility, you have to align with God, and then all things are possible. You see, the illusion fades away. It's just really neat so to move us to move from what is to what can be. And we choose how we experience everything that we see. We're the chooser. So we can choose, well, what perspective do we want to choose from? Mere mortal or spiritual being? It's going to change it right then. It's going to change our experience. And that's we're in the process right now when we talk about a new age of Aquarius, you see? We're lifting up the new way of thinking, seeing, being, expressing. creating, recreating. So that's the journey we're on. So we have the opportunity to move from what was to what can be. And that's the teachings of Jesus, I think. And he demonstrated in word and in demonstration. And so, and then he said, you can do that. You can do it. Hey, how's that? He wouldn't have said, follow me if we couldn't. You see? So we can do this. So does everyone believe that they're the Son of God?
Yes.
Is everyone ready to grow their faith in that?
Yes.
And then is everyone ready to experience their Godship? How's that?
Yes.
It's just neat. We have to say yes to all those. We have to say yes. And that opens the door to possibility. Let's go within. So let's close our eyes. And as we close our eyes and breathe in, let's just see the door to the worldly way closing. And as we breathe in God's love, let's see the door to Spirit opening. And as we open the door to Spirit, we open the door to possibility. We open the door to our pure potential, our unlimited nature as Spirit. So just breathe, and I want you to just breathe in and ask to feel God's love once again. And as you breathe in God's love, take your awareness to your body. And as you inhale, I want you to feel your whole body breathing. Feel your whole body receiving God's love. Each cell, each particle, each atom being quickened in God's love. Being transformed in God's love. Being moved into a higher level of awareness. To letting go of probability and lifted into that realm of possibility. So just breathe and feel yourself being gently lifted into this realm of possibility. And with this feeling, this energy, these eyes, if there is any experience in your life that you feel as limiting, not reflecting who you truly are, from this realm of possibility and the oneness with God your Father, being that beautiful, beloved child of God, ask now from your heart to see with higher eyes, with eyes of Spirit. Ask from an understanding heart to begin to see the truth. And then just breathe. And then as you exhale, just let it go. Give it to God. Give it to love. So just breathe and feel that gentle transformation of love just sweeping through your body, sweeping through your body consciousness. Be still and know, I am with you always. So just breathe and feel. And know that you are the beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased. Breathe and allow your love to just be. And in your heart, say, thank you, God. And just gently open your eyes. What a wonderful gift to move from probability to possibility. And the magic is in love. We are the magic. Remember that. Well, I've got one more thing from my service. This is a gift from Rachel's dad. He would always have 3 words that kind of nailed the teaching down. This wasn't preaching. See? Remember, remember, remember. Remembering is the key to ascension. We're not from here, remember? We think we are. Remember, remember, remember who you are. Who Jesus say you are. It's the key to ascension. Let's all say, yay, God.